Welcome back to Port City Living, Escrows and Egos. I am your host, Bill Corbett. I am a local real estate agent serving the greater Wilmington, North Carolina area, and my co-host is Brad Brown, a mortgage specialist with Atlantic Bay Mortgage. And today we're going to talk about things that buyers should not do after they're under contract. Take it away, Brad.
Yeah, we're just going to narrow this down to three.
Really easy. So pay attention if you're buying. Don't do this.
Let's talk about number one. Don't change your job. Don't quit your job. Don't change your job.
Okay, well, let's stop right there. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Isn't that stupid?
It's so crazy. I just don't understand.
What are people
what
thinking?
People are thinking sometimes. And the big thing is, depending on how far we want to dig into this, but just so people know what lenders are talking about when they say don't change jobs. You might have been pre-approved, got your letter, went under contract on the basis that you were a salaried employee, easy peasy, you're $100,000 a year. Now all of a sudden you took a new job, you were not thinking, you're in the same line of business, but what if you're a 1099 subcontractor? They're still paying you $100,000 a year. You think you're good, but now you're self-employed and you don't have a 2-year history of that. So that's just one example. Don't change your job.
Don't do that, y'all. It's stupid.
Yeah. The other piece of that could be that you're maybe not a salary, but you're an hourly worker and you were qualifying with overtime, commissions, bonuses, those types of things. And then you change a job and then you lose those things and maybe you're making $1 more an hour, but you don't have the extra income. And we're not saying that these things necessarily warrant an immediate decline, but it is definitely going to be a scurry at the end to figure out how do we make these things work. But if you can just hold on to your job for 30 days, as is the average contract time in North Carolina, right? Maybe under, but hold on to that job for 30 days. We'll be happy.
It is kind of unbelievable what people will do. It's amazing to me when people they don't think about the big picture. They only see that moment, and they just can't. It's almost like everybody's in such a hurry to do something, and it's like. And if you're going to do something, or you think you might do something while you're under contract, stop before you do it, and actually have a conversation with your lender to make sure this is not going to mess you up.
And we say that a lot, like, once you're under contract or even once you get your approval and you're not under contract, just talk to your lender.
As a matter of fact, I think buyers should just throw a blanket on all of this and say, if you're going to do anything in life while you're buying a home, talk to your real estate agent and your lender and let them know what you're thinking about doing.
Right. And keep
just
it
to be safe.
Status quo.
Right.
Keep everything status quo.
Yeah, no big purchases, no opening credit cards, no any of that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's where we're going next. Yeah, as far as like no new credit lines, because what if you want to go buy your appliances and your debt to income, or the DTI as it were, was kind of tight. And you were talking to a lender that didn't really explain debt to income to you and what's going on there, and now you've got this new credit account and it's got a $100 payment to it for some reason.
It's going to throw you out of whack.
Requalify again. So yeah, just hold off.
And we get it. You're excited. You're getting a new place, and the appliances are probably crap, so you want to replace them all. And I know what people think. They're like, well, I want to go ahead and have them so that when I'm moving, everything can be moved in at one time. Right. I get that, and that sounds real convenient, but you just need to take a beat, just chill out. You'll get what you need, but you need to make sure that all this goes through, because if you do something like this, that can screw up the whole thing, and you won't have a house to put any brand new appliances in.
That's right. What are you going to do with them then?
Then what are you going to do with them?
Resell them?
Put them on Marketplace?
I guess you could return them.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, so just don't do it.
Was there another thing?
Moving money around is a big one.
Yeah,
so people get sort of bent out of shape over bank statements that they have to provide, but then you start seeing like large deposits coming in, money going out on a regular basis, and things are not on the credit report.
Don't do any drug deals while you're trying to buy a house. I'm serious.
Sure.
Keep that stuff on the down low. No big stuff going on.
Yeah, so just keep your money where it is. I mean, it falls under like the money laundering and stuff like that. We're going to look for.
They frown on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
isn't it?
It's shocking that they would ever frown on something like that. But Turns out they do.
Yeah.
So
just keep your money in one spot. If grandma's gifting you money for some reason, I do tell people, by the way, if you're getting gifts, the path of least resistance is to get it wired directly to the attorney, and then be done with it.
Right.
Because then if I'm the buyer and I receive it, then that's another reason I got to go back and give them an updated transaction history to show that the money is there and it's available for use. And people struggle with getting that paperwork off of their bank profile or their online banking or whatever, and they start to get a little frustrated because you've asked for everything else, including their firstborn. They feel like sometimes.
Right. And again, that goes back to what we talked about in one of our earlier podcasts, is being efficient and listening to us when we tell you how to do things, because we know we've seen it. We've gone through this with many people, and so we know what we're talking about. So to make it efficient for all of us and less hassle for you, the lender,
Right.
and the buyer, and then the attorney, because they're involved.
Yeah, most mortgage process here is going to require your mortgage banker, your mortgage loan officer, however they identify themselves, and then that person's processor most of the time. I'm getting to the efficiency part, by the way. So.
I was wondering.
But when that processor asks for documents and gives you a deadline, like, you should have it in like 2 to 3 days ahead of the deadline for these reasons. You start to see money being moved around, or maybe there's a new payment going out on something that wasn't on the credit report, or a new direct deposit from an employer or something. You're like, well, where did this money come from? So the sooner you can get that stuff in and work with your lender, the happier everyone's going to be.
Just communicate. That's the biggest part of all of this, is communication, and it's on the real estate agent side, it's on the buyer and seller side, it's everybody's side. Just communicate. If something's happening, just tell somebody. I mean, we're not aggravated as agents and lenders when you call us 1,000 times to tell us stuff. We'd rather you do that than not.
I
right?
would, absolutely.
So this podcast is about, don't be stupid. Stay status quo. Don't go crazy. We know you're getting excited, and you have every right to be excited, but we need to make sure we maintain this level of consistency until you get closed, and then you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Agreed.
You can buy all the refrigerators you want and put them in every room if that's what you want to do, but let's at least get through the closing or settlement.
Right. That's right.
Okay. Are we good?
I'm good.
Cool.
I said three buttons,
Awesome.
3 hot topics.
Three hot topics.
Good.
Well, that's what we have for you today. Thanks so much for listening. If you like what you heard, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing and share it with your friends and family. We would love that. And until next time, we'll come up with another juicy topic, and we're going to get down and dirty with Port City Living, Escrows and Egos. Bye, everybody.